Hi everyone, welcome to the last panel of Inven Global's Esports Conference. I am Inven Global's local VTuber, as you can see, but more importantly, I'm here today joined by Ironmouse. Basically, we're gonna hang out and chat for about an hour and have a good time. So, Ironmouse, if you'd just like to give a little self-introduction and tell everyone a bit about yourself, who you
Oh,
are and what you do.
hello. I am Iron
Hello.
Mouse, or otherwise known as Satan. Am I allowed to say that here? I don't know.
Yes, it is so nice to have such a wonderful historical figure here.
Thank you. Yeah, I'm a VTuber, and I guess that's it. I don't. I'm not good with introducing myself. It's very strange.
That's okay. This is kind of like an interview, so it'll just be like an hour-long introduction.
Oh,
So
okay.
no need to spill all of your information just yet.
Okay, good. Cause I
Um,
usually just like keep it at like I'm Satan. Period. Bang.
that's all you need to know. You don't need to know
Mm,
anything else. Interview done.
yeah, interview done. The end.
So, we can just jump right into it. I
Oh,
have some basic questions, but who knows where we're gonna go with with this interview.
okay.
So the first one to start off is, how did you get started? What is the lore of Satan? How did Satan turn into a VTuber?
I mean, I could go with my like lore that like my character lore. I could say about myself or my I guess you could say I, my roommate. That's what that's what how we refer to our other self. But well, I became a VTuber because I was lonely.
Oh,
Which is true. It's true in both sides of the story. So, I became a VTuber because I was lonely a couple years ago, and I've been having a great time ever since.
you know it. It's Satan, it's such a demanding job.
It
You're
is.
all
It is.
alone down in hell. It can be so lonely down there.
Yeah.
But now you're super successful and everyone loves you and you have thousands of new followers. So
Thank
maybe a
you.
little less lonely now.
Yeah.
So kind of going off of your origin story, I guess a question for your roommate. Kind of what was the original thoughts when starting VTubing and like how did you come up with your persona and your I guess visual appearance?
Well, when I first started, well, like I said, I was pretty lonely. Uh, I've had to live a very strangely isolated life, somewhat because of health issues that I had, uh, that I still have, and I just really wanted to make friends, you know. So I
Mhm.
wanted to stream really bad, but I was very nervous because I had a lot of anxiety because I was very much aware of my appearance due to my medical issues. And I just didn't want to, I felt like embarrassed to a face cam stream. And I had a friend that was like, hey, there's this program called Face Rig and you can be an anime character. And I'm like, oh, like Keys in the Eye. And I remember watching Keys in the Eye. And in my mind, I was like, man, that looks like so much fun. I really want to do it. And but I always assumed that it was like out of my reach because to me, like, it just seemed like something like very expensive and something that I could
Mhm.
never do. I'm like, well, I can't do stuff like that. Like, I don't even know how she does stuff like that. And then my friend was like, "Oh yeah, there's this app called Face Rig, and it just tracks your movements with the camera." And I'm like, "Whoa!" I had no idea that it was like easily accessible. So I started with a free model that I found that a lot of other people were using. So I wasn't really like necessarily myself per se when I first started. Uh, I'd like to consider myself actually myself. The day that I decided, you know what, I think I'm gonna stick with this VTubing thing, and I'm gonna make a character, and I'm gonna make like determine what I look like. And I remember spending like a week like sketching things out and wondering, oh, what should I be? how should I look, and I after like about a week, I finally like hashed out the details, and I'm like, the only reasonable character for me to be is a demon, because I don't know why I identify with a demon.
It's just in your soul. I
Yeah,
I also feel that. Fellow girl with
yeah.
horns, I don't know what it is. I'm not particularly religious or anything. Um,
Well, I come from a very Catholic household, so like religion has always been like a part of my life, and I've always found it very fascinating. I've always found the
mhm.
whole like angels and like demon stuff very fascinating. So, I had no issue like taking that all that knowledge and taking all that stuff with me and creating whatever the heck I am right now. But I was very close to being like a bunny girl. I had like made like a design where I looked like a rabbit, and I'm like, "I can't be a freaking bunny."
It just didn't feel right. I feel like
Yeah.
Satan was kinda calling to you.
Yeah. I don't know, cause 'cause I've always felt like, I think because of, like, my life, I always felt like a creature, like a sort of, like, entity that's, like, neither good nor bad, or, like, just some sort of creature just because of, how I've lived my life and stuff, which, yeah, it's something I'm still working on to see myself as, like, a human, but, yeah, I don't know, I just identified as a demon, and, I over the course of like this whole like VTubing adventure, my look has evolved into different forms because I am the type of person where I just love art, and I love, changing and pushing boundaries, and trying new things. So I've gone through several different looks, and I still use some of them to this day. My original look had to be retired, unfortunately. But she might come back soon. I don't know.
Just a little surprised appearance, from an
Yeah,
old ghost.
yeah.
So I guess kind of talking about your kind of visual updates. I know a lot
Mm.
of VTubers also go through redebuts, and you've had a lot of different looks, which
Oh
oh my
yeah.
god, they're all so cute.
Oh, thank
Um,
you, thank you.
would you consider these to be like different stages or like milestones in your career, kind of like getting a shiny new model?
Honestly, no. Honestly, to me, it's like, man, I have this like vision, like I just want to have like a gajillion me's, but like
Like a
it,
collection, like a doll collection, maybe.
yeah, it's like outfits, and I just want to wear them all, and I want to showcase different artists, and I just want to show people the amazing artistry of so many people that have like put so much time and effort into like making us look the way we do, and I feel like they deserve a lot of recognition, and I just love showcasing people's art a lot. uh but I don't know, like, to me, I'm not good with debuts. I've never been good with debut. I never even had like a debut when I first started. I just started, and I just started doing it, and I've spoiled all of my looks because I can't wait, and when I get it, I'm like, "Oh my god, I gotta use it right away," you know? But it's like, I don't know, I kinda incorporated it into my lore where it's like, I am Satan. There's different versions of Satan in different universes, and sometimes she comes out, sometimes she doesn't come out. It just depends on who you get today, and today you get me.
The Ironmouse multiverse of madness.
Yeah, there's so many of me. It's insane. There's like 5 more of me coming, so
I love that you can kind of switch it up, like, depending on what outfit you wanna wear that day.
yes, I
Um,
love it.
so,
I love it so much.
obviously, you have so many different outfits, but you are always so truly Iron Mouse. What is kind of, like, your staple thing or, like, your favorite part of your appearance in general?
Oh, well, I always like to make sure that, like, even if I look different, like, you still know that it's me, you know what I mean?
Mhm.
Like, I always have my pink hair, and I have my purple streak. I always have the something, those 2 little gems in my hair. I always have, like, 2 little things in my hair. They have to be there, because, you have to know that it is I, Satan. And I don't know. I guess like appearance wise, just that, but like I don't know. I guess you could always tell it's me because I'm a strange person. I'm a strange character. I'm very loud and I'm very obnoxious. I'm sorry, I'm a little sick right now.
No, you're perfect. It's okay.
Excuse
I think
me.
that's the most important part about being sane is being
Mm.
very loud and very obnoxious.
Yeah, I'm very loud, very obnoxious. I always like to tell a little story. I always like to laugh at myself. I just like to have fun and have a good time, and that's what's most important for me.
I We loved having you at our event last year and everyone had so much fun and I'm certainly having so much fun
Oh,
now.
thank
Um
you, thank you very much. Thank you.
we can kind of be a little more serious now. Get
Ah,
get
okay.
back on track with the real tough interview questions. So I kind of want to ask how it is like to be part of VShojo or kind of like a brand in general. Was it like
Hmm.
legitimizing for your career? Did you feel like, oh, like this is such a big step? And is it any different from being like a solo streamer?
It's so
What are your
strange.
experiences?
Every
Mhm.
time you say career, I don't even think about it in that way. I'm just like, I'm just a girl streaming from a room,
Mhm.
you know? I don't really think about it in terms like that, but I mean, I guess you could say that that's what it is, because it is. But it's like, I don't know, I just don't ever like think of it that way, but
Mhm.
joining VShojo. Oh god. I remember when the announcement came out, I cried so much
Oh.
because I've never been a part of anything. I've never really been able to feel like I was a part of something or like I belonged to something. And for the first time, I felt like I was something when
Mhm.
the announcement was made. And to be a part of something with people that you like and people that you consider your friends, I feel like that's like very magical because not a lot of people get to work with people that they grew to become close friends with.
Mhm.
And it was just I felt like it was an amazing opportunity, and I remember as I went on my VTubing journey, because I started a while ago, I started alone, and slowly I started making friends, and then I started seeing, there were companies like Hololive and Nijisanji, and I was looking at uh, the amazing time that their members have, and how they're like a family, and I'm just like, man, I would love to be a part of something like that, but in my
Mhm.
brain, I just never thought that I could be because of my limitations. I always felt like, oh well, I can't. I'm just like a small indie VTuber. Uh,
Mhm.
I can't belong to anything like that. And that changed, and now I'm a part of this amazing group, and I'm just honored, and I'm just excited to see where we go from here. Uh, we've had we've had a lot of we've had some bumps in the road, and we've had a lot of fun times, and I just want to make more memories with them because I just love being a part of the company a lot, and I'm very grateful.
Oh, that's so wonderful. I'm so glad that it's kind of like a family and that, it's such a good time and you met so many people. And it really does seem like a huge opportunity. So that was so nice to hear that you kind
Mm.
of, it's a little bit of a found family and that's always nice.
Yes,
Uh,
found family is the best family, I think sometimes.
yeah. So more hard-hitting questions.
Oh, okay.
So now that you are so successful, you've signed with VShojo and you have this kind of massive follower base. How do you feel about your growth and popularity, and like how do you go about maintaining a boundary between you and your fans and that private life?
Oh. Oh
Oh, I
my.
hope you're okay.
Uh it's funny because I still don't realize like how many people follow me and stuff. Like to me, I'm always gonna be like that person that like had like 5 people watching them when
Mhm.
I first started, and it like blows my mind. I try not to like focus too much on numbers. Like I celebrate the milestones because I feel like it's important, and I feel like I'm just very grateful because there are like things that I just never expected to ever happen to me. When I hit like 1 million on Twitch, I was just like, what the heck? This this is this is unreal. This is not happening, you know. But it happened, and I'm just very grateful because without the people that support me, I would not be here, and I wouldn't be anything. I mean, I'd be a weirdo on the internet still, but you know, uh, I'm just really grateful to everybody who has shown so much love and so much support to me. And I feel like at first when I first started, it was hard to navigate like the whole like privacy stuff, and as I continue to grow, I don't know, I'm just trying to wing it as I go along because
Mhm.
I don't know, I don't really have like a clear cut answer.
Yeah, I definitely, love how you are really just a girl with 5 streamers at heart. That is your true origin story, and it's so nice to hear. Satan is just so humble.
Well, well, thank you, thank you.
Humble beginnings for Satan. You mentioned that there were a lot of people who supported you and your quote unquote career, because
Mm.
technically it is. Is there anyone you would like to shout out that kind of you really attribute your success to, or like whether certain people in your life that really helps to get you where you are today?
Oh God, I have so many people that just mean the world to me. Uh, you know, I just have to say, Gun Run is an amazing person, and he's done so much for me. And I would follow him to the ends of the earth, because he has done so much for me. And I love our boss. He's really great, and he is the type of person where he will do anything in his power to make something happen for you, and he will do anything to make make you happy. And I'm just like, he's just so nice. He's just such a great person, and I've met so many wonderful people. My mod Roxy, and I guess I could say she's kind of like my manager slash assistant now too, because
Mhm.
I would be a mess without her in my life. She's like one of my best friends, and she does so much for me. I don't know. I wouldn't be able to do all these things without her help. She's been there with me every step of the way. My moderating team is amazing, and they've supported me so much, and I appreciate all of them. But uh I always say like I was inspired by seeing Kizuna Eye, but I remember when I first came to Twitch, some of the first VTubers that I saw was Silver, and I saw Zen, and now I work with them in VShojo. And I remember they were so kind to me when I was this starting out VTuber on Twitch, and I was so small, and I was like, there's no way they're gonna talk to me. They have like hundreds of viewers, and I'm just like, there's just no way that they're gonna like talk to me. But they were so inviting and so sweet. And I met Mel, and I have to say, Melody is just uh, what a wonderful human being. I mean AI. What a wonderful AI. She is. She and I met through chance, and it was like immediately we connected, and she just took off, and she grew so quickly, and she was just like, I want to be there for you, and I want to help you, and I'm here for you. And uh I grew a lot because of her, and I will never forget her kindness. And also my best friend, Nianners. She is like a sister to me. Uh, I have never met anyone in my life that has. She is like my other half, and we connect on so many levels, and we have the same humor. And I I remember when I first met her, we both cried because I didn't know
Oh.
that she was like a fan of mine, but I was a fan of hers, and I've been a fan of hers for so long. And I remember when we had a private conversation when we first started talking, and I told her, I was like, there was times uh before I became a VTuber where I would watch your videos and I was like having a bad day, and like your humor would just invigorate me, and you would inspire me, and I would always say, "Man, I wish I could do what she did," and it would be so cool to be her friend. And now here I am, and now we're friends, and she was a big inspiration to me, and I'm just really thankful for her friendship. And I guess you could also say Connor. Uh, Connor and I have become very good friends, and we talk every day. And I'm still very new to all of this stuff, but he has so much great advice for me, and he's helped me grow in terms of like maturity and handling situations, and he's helped me so much. And I'm just really, I've just met so many amazing people, man, and it just blows my mind that people actually wanna be my friend and wanna talk to me, 'cause, to me, I'm like, "Eh, ew, me," you know? But, I've met so many wonderful people, and I I could be here all day and just talk about everybody that I care about that have impacted my life, but I won't do that anymore. But yeah, there's a lot of people that, have really done so much for me, and I will be eternally grateful. And of course, everybody who watches me and supports me, they've impacted my life so much. I've gotten so many wonderful messages from people that have said that I've inspired them, or that they 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 love my content, and they've said so many wonderful things that in my brain I'm like, that's not true. You're just being nice. But it's like it just warms my heart that so many wonderful people support me, and I'm thankful. So thank you very much. Ah.
It is so incredible to hear, like, you're saying like, oh, when you were having a bad day, you would watch Nanners or you would watch other people and they'd really uplift your mood. And now you you are that streamer with that great sense of humor that's really brightening people's day. It's so
Oh,
incredible to see. So like they're
thank you.
totally not lying. Like, cause from personal experience, just a good stream, a good personality can really lift up your day. So you are that person, and they're absolutely not lying to you.
Oh, thank you. You're too kind. Thank you very much.
It's just the truth. um Oh, I keep going on these tangents, but I have some I have these questions written down on a little
Mm,
notepad that I'm
that's
trying to
okay.
get through. Um, so, I guess kind of speaking about bad days, streaming and content creation can kind of be seen as like a 24/7 job, or like you always have to be on, you always kind of have to have that like smile on your face, or you have to be entertaining. So, like, how do you deal with the burnout aspect of that and like the mental health? Like, how do you approach breaks and your kind of relationship with content creation?
Oh, I feel like my streaming experience is very different to other people. My content creation experience is very different. Cuz I don't want to say that I don't experience burnout, because I do. I have days that are more difficult than others, but to me, like, VTubing and like streaming has been an escape from my life, because I have a very stressful personal life. I've been through a lot of things, and I don't see this as like a job. I see this as me, as like a vacation. I see
Mm.
streaming as a vacation to me. To me, it's having fun. It's my social life. It is my enjoyment. It is the thing that makes me most happy. And when I don't stream, I get very depressed, and that's why it's hard for me when I like get ill and I have to take breaks because I get
Mhm.
very down. Because the thing that I want to do the most is just be on stream and hang out and have fun and talk to people. I just love talking to people. I love talking to people. I have a big mouth. I don't know when to shut up, you know? And it's like when you have to be stuck at home all the time, sick in bed and stuff, or just like you have to spend some time by yourself because you don't really have much of a social life. You're like, damn, I just wish I could talk. Oh, I'm sorry if I cursed. Uh,
No, it's
darn,
okay. I think
darn
I
it.
think we're okay. Twitch can't
Okay.
take us down.
I'm like, darn it, I wish I could talk to somebody, you know? But streaming has given me that outlet that allows me to talk to many wonderful people every day, and I'm grateful for that. But I do experience like burnout sometimes. I think like I felt a little bit. It's so strange because like I had the subathon and I was
Mhm.
streaming for 31 days. And I had so much fun. I didn't want it to end. And when it ended, I wanted to keep going. And I'm like, am I crazy? What the am I insane? I cannot keep going. And I think after like a day or two, I missed streaming. Like I tried to take a break, but I was streaming. No joke. I only took like a day off because I started streaming like 2 days after. I promised myself that I was gonna take a week break. No. Yeah, right. I didn't. And sometimes I do need a break, Sometimes it's a lot. I feel like there's always that aspect sometimes that it feels kind of like you feel like some days I don't feel my best and I feel like I didn't do a good job. Those are the days where I'm like, damn, I I shouldn't have streamed. I should just like not done anything because I didn't feel my best that day, and I feel like I wasn't as entertaining enough because I
Mhm.
just want to be entertaining. But sometimes you have shitty days, and I don't know. I try my best to balance that out, I guess, but I don't know. I just kind of do everything as I go along. I don't really think about it too much. I think that's why I always make mistakes and I overdo stuff. So
I think that's just you being, genuinely you. So it's so nice to hear that you're just having so much you're having so much fun that you cannot stop streaming. It's always nice to kind of take advice, but I feel like, you know yourself best. So if you want to keep streaming for another 31 days straight, who's stopping you?
I wish. I can't though. I honestly should not do that again. I want to do it again, but it's like I have to be careful cuz like so I've been sick these past like 2 weeks,
Mhm.
and I've had to take some days off. I took like 5 days off, which is like one of the longest days off that I've ever taken, and it was driving me insane. I'm like, "Oh my god. I can't do this anymore." I'm like, I have to
Rattling
stream.
the cage. Let me out.
Yeah, I'm like, "I have to stream. This is insane. This is madness. I can't." I'm, like, literally, like, clawing at my face because I'm like, "Ah, I gotta stream." And then I started streaming, and I noticed that my stamina was not good.
Mhm.
I used to do long streams, and I started off with 2 hours, and then, I don't know, something in me yesterday, like, I was like, was it yesterday? Yeah, yesterday. I was like, I am going to stream and I'm going to play a game. And I don't care how I feel, but I am going to stay on as long as my body starts screaming at me. And I stayed on for 10 hours. And
Oh my
that
gosh.
was the biggest mistake. I should not have done
Oh
that.
no.
I should not have done that. I made a mistake. I had a great time playing games, but when the stream was over, my body was like, "Mouse, you dummy, what are you doing? Take care of yourself."
Mhm.
And I think I slept for like a gajillion hours, and I woke up and I'm like, oh, I'm like, oh god, this was a mistake.
Well, I'm so glad that you're here to join us even after your 10-hour rampage
Oh,
stream.
of course. I'm happy to be here. I love doing stuff like this. I just love interacting with people, and I know it's not the healthiest thing that I do, where it's like I overdo things and I push myself. Don't do that. Don't do what I do, or do, but be careful.
I think maybe you need like a little sticky note on your monitor, like "Do not stream."
Oh, I have someone in my life that, well, I actually have like two people in my life that are like that. That they will message me and they'll be like, "What are you doing?" And I'm
Very
like,
mom disapproving tone. What do you think you're doing?
yeah, I have two people in my life that are very they're not afraid to shake me and to be like, "What the heck are you doing? Stop this right now. Rest. I swear to God." And I'm like, "Hey. Me and God, we haven't talked in a long time." No, I'm just kidding.
You can do whatever you want.
Yeah.
I think there is, you said like sometimes you feel off days where you're like, "Oh, I wasn't entertaining enough." But I think that's such a good sign that you really like care about your content and like your presence and that you hold yourself to such high standards. I'm pretty sure like you're the only one who holds those standards up to you. I'm sure anyone watching your stream would just love to be around you and see you.
Oh,
But it truly shows that, you care so much about what you do and, how you're presenting yourself and you just want to have fun and like make sure other people also have fun. So I love that.
yeah.
That's kind of how I go through life. Like if it's not for fun, then what's the point?
Sure.
Maybe that's why, you're so drawn to demons.
Yeah.
It definitely runs through the personality. um
Yeah.
Let's see, I have this section of my little notepad called dumb filler questions. So
Whoa.
so so we can do some less serious stuff.
I'm sure they're not dumb. I'm sure
Okay,
they're great.
first question. What is your favorite game to play or the types of games you like to play that are your favorite?
Oh, man. I'm still getting used to my it's funny because before I started streaming, like I have a lot of games, and but I'm terrible at games. I suck. I am so bad. But that's because my favorite games before I started streaming were visual novels. Like
Mhm.
those were all the things that I played. I only ever played like dating simulators, visual novels, like anime-esque otome games
Mhm.
and stuff. So that was like my experience. But I really love like survival horror a lot. But I'm also realizing that I really love like story-driven games with like choices and stuff like that. I think that
Mhm.
comes to my visual novel roots because I'm having like a really good time playing uh the Detroit Become Human,
Mhm.
and the this other like horror game that I played with my friend a couple weeks ago called House of Ashes or something like that. And I'm so sorry.
It's
Oh,
okay.
my breathing. Uh
I just hope that you're okay.
oh no, I'm okay. I just might I'm talking a little bit too much, so give me 1 second. I need to take
Of
my
course.
inhaler. Hold on.
No, it's okay. Don't apologize. I can do some filler. I can pretend to do an ad break or some I can run a podcast real quick. Also, I guess as we're taking this little intermission, if you would like to ask any questions to Mousy, we do have a Q&A channel in our Discord, so I'm sure one of the mods in the Twitch channel will put a link so we can do some uh, fan audience Q&A interaction
Okay,
as
sorry
well.
about that.
No, it's all right. I'm just glad you're okay.
Oh no, I'm fine. I'm fine. I just sometimes the old lungs they you
Yeah,
know
old asthma issues. I understand. I have mine
yeah.
next to me.
Oh gosh. I don't even remember what were we talking about again.
Um, uh, uh, oh, favorite games. We were talking
Oh
favorite games.
oh yeah. I really like I like games that scare me. I like to get scared. I don't know
Do
why.
you like horror? I feel like, oh my god, I can't do horror. It's so scary.
I do, and they scare me so much, but I found that I really enjoy that adrenaline rush of getting scared.
Mhm.
I don't know why. It feels good.
I
That's really
maybe it's
strange.
I no, I think I get it's like roller coasters, you know? That kind of
Yeah.
feeling like you're about to die, it really gets the heart pumping.
Yeah, because I'm the type of person where it's like I get immersed in a game. I legit get scared. There was this one game that I played. I don't remember. Oh yeah, I played that Poppy Playtime game, and there was this moment where that monster comes out, and I had a heart monitor on. My heart rate
Oh.
spiked up to 147, and I'm like, oh my god.
New record.
I felt
New heart rate
genuine
record.
terror, and I'm like, this is great.
I'm having a great time.
Yeah, it's great because it's like, I felt like it was real, but then it's like, it's not real, so
Mhm, so then it's okay, and then it's
yeah,
just the adrenaline.
it's fine.
Maybe I have to try a horror game. Sometimes, like, oh my god, I can't even, like, watch trailers for horror movies because, like, my brain starts thinking about all of the things that could be happening. Like, the
Oh,
trailer
yeah.
won't even be scary, but I'm like, it seems scary, and then I'll freak out and I'll turn off the TV.
Yeah, I used to do that too. Like, if it was especially if it was like well, I don't watch TV anymore, so I don't have that problem, but, when I used to watch TV, I remember, like, if it was, like, a movie with, like, some sort of, like it's so strange that I identify with demons, but I can't do demonic possession type movies, like, they really scare the
Mhm,
crap out of me, and, like, if it's, like, some sort of, like, body horror, that also scares me, like, a lot. Oh, and
mhm.
I am te this is my this is like my no-go. I am terrified of space. Anything that has to do with space, that I will become paralyzed in fear. I am afraid of space. I don't know. I can't explain why. I don't know why. I don't know
No,
why.
I feel it. I maybe I have the same thing I of like the dark like the deep sea. Like we don't know what's out there. It's so scary.
It's
Just like
just
the thought.
scary.
Yeah.
There's no end. You don't know where it ends. Is there an end? What's out there? Is there even anything out there? Are we alone? What's happening? You know? It's like,
Yeah.
Jesus.
It
That's cr
absolutely so terrifying. We don't know anything. Oh my gosh. I just like my little space on this rock and I don't want to go anywhere.
Yeah, and then I think about, man, if all the gravity on the Earth just goes away and the Earth just crumbles into nothing and we all float out into space and it's like
Yeah, like what are we supposed to do? We can't do anything.
Ah, I know.
Oh, so scary. Oh, okay, there are some great questions in this Q&A channel.
Oh,
I guess we can stop with the dumb filler questions. We could go back to real hard-hitting interview questions.
well, okay.
Um, let's see. Uh, do you think there's any difference, or have you observed any differences between Japanese VTubing and Western VTubing?
Ooh, oh man. I feel like there's quite a lot. I mean, it's very similar, but there's quite a lot of difference, I think. However, like I feel like slowly we're both adapting to each other's like styles. I've
Mm,
noticed a lot of Western streamers have adapted to their model, and a lot of them have adapted to our model, which I find very interesting. But yeah, there's quite a bit of difference. Something that I noticed, like, cause I feel like a lot of like VTubers from the West, like, we just started off as streamers. We didn't really like we didn't give it much thought, but it's like
mm,
uh the whole thing about like there's quite a couple of aspects like the scheduling stuff and like the debut stuff like that debut stuff that was never a thing. No one ever did that stuff. No one ever did
yeah.
a debut. Like that's like such a new thing. And it's like it's become such a like important constant in the VTubing community. It's like you never see like a flesh streamer saying, "Hey guys, I'm debuting this new outfit that I'm wearing," or like debuting this new equipment. Like no one does that at all. No one schedules their streams either. It's a very new concept, And
Mhm.
I like it. I think it's nice, and it generates hype, and it's pretty. I feel like it's part of the fun, you know?
Mhm.
And the whole lore thing is also part of the fun. I feel like people were more open about who they are uh before. You know, there's this trend that resurfaces on Twitter all the time, where it's like, oh, VTuber versus IRL. And you'll see a lot of VTubers show off their roommate and they'll post a picture of themselves and they'll post a picture of their roommate. And I will not be participating in that activity
Mhm.
because I kind of subscribe to the idea of anonymity, and
Mhm.
I that's more my style. I don't want to share pictures of myself. But
Mhm.
to the ones that do like to do it, more power to them. Everybody gets into it for different reasons. There are some people that don't have lore. There are some people that do have lore, and I just think it's incredible how we can all come from different backgrounds and from different communities, and we could all get together and participate in this weird phenomenon that is VTubing and grow and learn things from each other and adapt and do new incredible things, which I respect both styles, and I think they're both amazing. And I'm just really happy that we could all learn stuff from each other and pick and choose what we like,
Mhm.
I do feel like there's more strictness uh on one end, but it's a good thing, I think.
Mhm.
you
I
know
I like how there's, like, cultural osmosis, and then, it's VTubing is becoming such, like, a large thing that, like, so many different styles are coming from different sides, and then people get to, like, pick and choose how they wanna present themselves and, like, how they want to stream and, like, make their content.
yeah.
Is there one thing that you would like to change or improve about that VTubing community? Is there, like, something in particular that, you think, needs to change in the community or would like to change?
Whoa, that's a hard question. I don't know. I don't feel like I'm qualified to answer these things. Uh, I'm not really sure. Because I see validity in all forms. However, I do sometimes feel concerned. Uh, at sometimes with the I feel like lately there's been an issue with parasocial stuff going on.
Mhm,
It's been a little bit of a hot topic in the VTubing scene lately. That does worry me a little bit. But I don't know. I feel like I'm not qualified enough to comment on those things.
mhm,
Uh, to me, I don't know. I don't really see I don't really see anything that should be changed because I'm coming from a different perspective than most people. Uh but I don't know. I'm not really sure. It's not something I've really thought about. I don't
mhm.
know. I would have to
You
come back
you
to this question.
definitely you just kind of go with the flow, so
Yeah.
you're just here to have fun. It is a really worrying thing about like parasocial relationships, and I know like flesh tubers and like
Mm.
I guess other famous people as well always have to deal with it. Do you think like parasocial relationships kind of manifest differently because you are a VTuber because you don't have like an IRL persona that people can attach you to?
I don't know. It's strange because I've seen people talk about I've seen flesh tubers, flesh people, complain about how VTubers are foster a parasocial environment. But to me, it's the same thing for normal streamers too. I feel like
Mhm.
when we consume content on the internet and we watch a streamer or we watch a YouTuber, it doesn't matter if they're a character or not. The fact that we're connecting with their content, it kind of brings about a slightly little bit of parasocial tendencies, I think. And I
Mhm.
don't think that it matters if you're a VTuber or not. I just think it's a thing across all mediums because, we're just at the end of the day, we're just people uh at home watching a video, watching a stream, and some of us are lonely, some of us are not, but all have different reasons for consuming content, and we interact and we connect with it our own way, and sometimes it does create a little bit of parasocially feelings, but it's like, I just see that as something that is a product of like the internet, I think.
Mhm.
I don't know.
Yeah, it's definitely a interesting viewpoint to say like, oh, VTubers are specifically like fostering, these relationships because, behind the screen, we're just or you guys are all just streamers, there's no difference if you are a, 2D image or a person in real life. We are running a little low on time, but I think this is one good last question to wrap up on.
Okay.
Um what is the best advice you can give to someone just starting out, and what is the best advice you can give to a veteran who has been streaming a while who wants to start VTubing?
Oh man, I always say just start doing it. I know it seems impossible. I know it seems impossible. I know it seems hard because I've had so many people ask me, I don't even know where to start. It's like, dude, you don't even have to. You don't understand, okay? If you didn't know, I all there is promise right now. Like all there is resources. When I first started in 2017, there was like nothing. There was
Mhm.
nothing there. Like no one made models. I People would make free ones and offer them in the workshop, and then it was like I just so happened to somehow by chance find somebody to make one for me, and now there's nothing but people that are talented
Mhm.
artists that create amazing creations for people. I feel like there's just so much potential, and I feel like if you really want to do it, just start. You don't even need to have your own character. You could just try it out and see if you like it.
Mhm.
Use a free character. There's so many free things available now. There's so many assets available, and I feel like the community is, you know, I know people can argue with me on this, saying that the community is sometimes it's not inviting. From what I've seen, for the most part, it is inviting. It is very inviting. People are very very nice. You're gonna have difficulty everywhere. I feel like people mostly are afraid of crossing that VTubing thing because it just seems like impossible to them, but it's not. And I know some people expect very quick growth. It might not happen. I did not grow that quickly. I started off as a five-person Andy. I was like that for
Mhm.
quite some time. It wasn't until 2020 of January that I started getting like 50, 60 people watching me. And then from there it's been different, and I've been growing since then. But I think you should try it out and see if you like it. And if you like it, uh keep on doing it and work hard, and open yourself up to new opportunities and to new connections, and just try to be yourself. But I don't know, I mean, some people want to be themselves, but some people don't want to be themselves, and if you don't want to be yourself, that's fine too. You don't have to be yourself. You could be whatever you want to be. Just do it.
I think you are definitely living proof of just do it working. All you need is a face rig app and a free model, and that's where you started, and look at where you are now. So I think you are definitely hard evidence that just do it.
I'm telling you, I don't know what it is about VTubing. I've converted many in person, and I've told them
the
I've told
the
them if
Church
this
of
is
Satan.
it's true. I told them if this is for you, I promise you it will change your life. It's like it's like putting on like a costume, but like it's so weird because it's like I've never felt more myself than when I
Mhm.
am Ironmouse. Even though Ironmouse is me, but not me at the same time, but it is me. It's like more of like a extension of me,
Mhm.
a version of me that is the most me. It's so strange. It's hard to explain, but it's like I feel like I'm wearing a costume of myself, and it just brings me so much more confidence. And I've had people tell me the same. I just tell them, just put it on, put on the anime suit and see, and just let it out. Just put it on. Just put it on and see how it makes you feel. And if it makes you feel good, you'll see, you know? And,
Mhm.
just do it and try it, What you got to lose?
I love that. Just like grabbing people's shoulders. Put on the anime costume. It'll make you feel better. I
Yeah,
promise.
just put it on, man. Just put it on.
Okay, I think we are out of time. So thank you so much, Iron Mouse, for joining me for this fun
Thank you
little
so much.
chat. I had so much fun. And also thank you everyone for joining us at IGEC 2022. I hope everyone enjoyed the panels we had today and yesterday. Special thanks to the title sponsor of IGEC We Made. And I guess everyone have a good night. Thanks for joining us.
Yay, good night.
Yay! Good night.